And welcome into the Sporting News Studios. I'm Tom Vandervoort with Alvin Reynolds, longtime NFL coach, breaking down some teams for the preseason. And Coach, let's start with the New York Giants. They are the defending Super Bowl champions, and a lot of focus last year at this time on Eli Manning. Was he an elite quarterback in the league? Goes out and wins the Super Bowl. So what's your take on Eli?
That's always seemed to be a question about Eli. You know, is he as good as his brother, who is an elite quarterback?
No
and
doubt.
They're trying to see if Eli that type of guy. I would say based on latter part of last year, he's maybe fast approaching that status.
Now, as a defensive coach, if you're game planning for Eli Manning and Tom Coughlin and the Giants, what are some of the first things that you're thinking about?
One of the first things you have to think about is the person that you're playing against. That's Eli. What he can do very well, and then what he can't. And so we decided that we need to be able to make sure that we take away his main weapons, for one. And that's Victor Cruz, who sets on the inside receiver in a three-position set. You got to take him out of it. You got to be able to double him.
You were with the Falcons last year.
Yes, sir.
And obviously you guys played the Giants in the playoffs, and they were on top of their game. So for you, as that game went along, what were you seeing? Obviously they had your number in that game. What were they doing so well?
Basically what happens is they really run the same offense, the same plays. He just does it over and over. Most offenses just run the same plays until he gets to the right coverage that he's trying to attack. That's what they're looking for.
Mm-hmm. Now, talk to me about them on the defensive side of the ball. The New York Giants have been known for many years as a great defensive team. What do they do on defense?
What do they do on defense? They're a 4-3 defense, which means they have 2 inside tackles and 2 outside ends that really very good at rushing the passer, one being Jason Pierre-Paul.
Right.
I think the day we played them, they were excellent. They were excellent that day.
It seems like that line is one of the elite lines in all of football.
Yes, they are.
So what does that allow the rest of the defense to do? What can those guys do to disrupt an offense?
Well, what happened when you're trying to run the ball, basically they can take away your blockers and actually play pretty tough against them. The inside tackle may be getting double teamed, which puts Jason Pierre-Paul singled up, and he was actually making plays, was being singled up.
What does that allow you to do as a defensive coach? Can you do more exotic things? Are you able to make more plays, be more aggressive?
What they need to do is take care of Julio Jones and Roddy White. Be able to double those guys. So now you can play what we call a cover 2 rotated zone, where you actually take the corners where they can disrupt the outside receivers and put the safety over the top of the receivers.
I see.
And where they control the line of scrimmage. As a matter of fact, that's what they did do.
So let's talk about the Giants this season. They've lost Mario Manningham and Brandon Jacobs, but they still obviously a very strong team. What do you see this team doing in the NFC East?
I see them probably more like for his 10-6 team.
So improving on their record last year.
Yeah, improving on the record from last year, yes.
Now, Eli Manning in the playoffs obviously played great. It seems like he throws more interceptions than a lot of guys, but the couple things about him that people love, and I think his fans love, the toughness that he shows. He doesn't come out of games.
No.
And boy, does he make a lot of plays in the fourth quarter. Just talk about the intangibles of Eli Manning.
That is one of the things that I think people like most about Eli, because in the big game, Eli shows up.
Right.
I.e. Super Bowl a couple years back against New England, the great escape and throw the ball up,
Right.
Make a miraculous catch by the receiver, and then last year the throw that he made on the sideline.
Yeah, to Manningham. That was.
Manningham on the sideline.
I mean, it was a hell of a catch, but it was a hell of a throw.
It's more of the quarterback.
More of the throw.
Actually looking off of the safety, looking one way, look him off, and then be able to fit the ball in the hole on the weak side.
There you go. All right, that's our look at the New York Giants. For Coach Alvin Reynolds, I'm Tom Vandervoort. Thanks for watching.